What's happening? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's video we are going to be looking at understanding, because I've seen a lot of people asking me questions like Lesiba, how does this exact same pattern work? So today's video we are going to be looking at understanding how exactly does a pattern work, but not just a pattern, more importantly a bad pattern, because obviously you've seen me in my live sessions where sometimes I'm able to use it as some of the strategies that I use in order to spot trades. So yeah, I just want to break it down. Obviously with this there is more deeper available information, especially with specific details and all those things, like maybe over 40 minutes long in terms of lessons and actual practical things like case studies where I've caught it in our private group. But for now, one thing that I'll do is that I will break it down for you so you have a clearer understanding, because I believe that within just the next few minutes you are going to understand it much more easier and much more better. But how do you, or when exactly do you get to use these patterns? So one of the ways where I was able to see it be more successful is if you're able to spot, like let's say for instance an uptrend, and then you're only looking for bad patterns that are like going to the upside, or if you are able to spot a downtrend and then you only find bad patterns that are going more to the downside. If you are able to spot that, that's where you'd be able to find more profitability, and at the same time also in a ranging market. So if you see that the market is ranging, but on support you are able to find some sort of an entry for a bad pattern, or on resistance you're also able to find some sort of a bearish pattern, that's where it will make much more sense for you. So let me break it down to you on exactly what it means. So the first one is going to be a bearish, a bullish one, bullish pattern. So what this one here is going to be much more easy. It's going to be starting off with there's the X leg, and then there's the A leg, and then there's the B, and then there's the C, and then there's the D for entry. Just bear with me, you are going to see and understand why exactly I'm putting it this way. But with this here, the first thing that we need is from the X to the A. Since it's a bullish, we need a low to a high, which is going to be our X to A. You can see a low to high. So as soon as you can see a X to A, like a low to a high, obviously that is where we're going to be looking for our X to A. And then from A to B, X to A, let me make sure I put this A right here, A, so it doesn't really confuse us. We can see exactly where it is. Perfect. And then from X to A to B, we needed to at least be above 50% level but below 61.8, meaning that it must touch the 50% level but it must not touch the 61.8. So that will be our A to B right here, and then boom, A to B. And then with the B to C, what we need is at least from A to B, we need like a 32% level of the Fibonacci retracement. So right at the 50, and then we'd be able to spot like a 38.2 somewhere around here. So B to, yeah, I can remove it. This is C. And then once we're able to see this, the one thing that we need is a 88.8 level. This one here, you can see we only need, and this is going to be our entry, which is going to be a D, just like this, 88.8. Once price gets here, no matter what, we are going to be entering. And then once we enter, we would be able, our pattern in full is going to be more like this, more like this, and then you can see now that it makes sense when I was starting doing all those things, more like this. I'm sure you've seen a pattern like this, and then for entry purposes, we are going to be taking our entry at the 88.8. I like the bed pattern because obviously you can see the entry. It allows you to buy literally when price is very, very cheap. And our stop loss is going to be here, and our take profit. Normally with this, how you trade it, the take profit could be from A to D, the 50% level. A to D, which is going to be your entry, 50% level right here. See a 2.3%. Sometimes you can even target this as a first take profit. And once it gets to the 50%, you take everything off. Okay. So this is a bullish pattern. So let's just see exactly where it was able to happen. I'm just gonna go to the 5-minute on this. I'm just gonna try to find a random setup where I could potentially see a bullish pattern. So the one thing that I need is, it'll be nice to just spot out like an upward trend, because like I did say, on uptrends, that's where we are able to find these. So I can see, let me just start here, price is pushing upwards here, downwards, upwards. Okay, let's see. I can see at the bottom to here. So this is where I did say our, like this, from here to here. Remember, we did speak about it, which is our X to A. And then from our X to A, we needed to be 50%. This didn't get to 50%. In fact, it went to 38.2, which doesn't really make it be valuable. So I'm just going to exit it. I was trying to see if I can find one there. So let me just go a bit more backwards with data. Okay, I can see a level here, push up. Okay, no, nothing clear here. Price is pushing up. I think here, let's see. Right here. Okay, so obviously I can also go to as low as the 1 minute. It works on all time frames, whether it's the 1 hour, 1 minute. In fact, I was able to spot a trade on it from a 1 hour time frame, just when I was doing the market analysis and stuff. But I'm just emphasizing the fact that you are able to find it on all time frames. So here's just on the 5 minute. So I can see there's one here. So obviously I can see X to A. No. X to A, yes, yeah. And then A to B, which is the 50%. You can see 50%. B to C. So let me just draw it like this. It's even here on Trading View. Where is it? This one. Like this, X to A to B, B to C, C to D. And our entry is going to be at the 88.2. So again, you can see it makes sense. Even if I can do this, do this, do this, do this, and as well. It's the same thing. It does it. It's just more manual, but it makes sense because anyways, I understand what the writings are. And then before it gets here, obviously now it will be somewhere here. Before it gets here, that's where I'm gonna put a buy limit. That's how I'm gonna execute buy limit, stop loss just below. Take profit like I did so on the 50% level from from A to D. There's just C to D right here. 50% level. Look at it at 3.15%. You can simply see this is how this trade would have been. So this was even just a random trade that I did look for, meaning that even if it didn't work out and it was like a negative, I was going to show you guys that it doesn't work out, because remember, a strategy is not something that works all the time. If someone says that they've got a strategy that works all the time, obviously they are playing with you. Like, it doesn't really work that way. But a strategy is something that's going to allow you to have an edge towards you just finding that profitability, or you finding something that actually works, so that you're able to have a mechanism that you can always follow through in the markets day in, day out, with the same concept, same thing that has been proved, tested, that works 100%, and be able to get the results that you know, if I do this, there's a high chance of me succeeding, so that you don't only just take guesses, but you're able to take educated guesses. Obviously, if you are finding value from this video, one thing that you can do is you can like this video, and at the same time subscribe to this channel. But let's continue, guys. Let us continue. So that's how you'd be looking at a bullish bet. So now the same thing with the bearish one. With the bearish one, more like the same thing. You've got price pushing downwards, X to A. Let me just come back here. Where was I? Was on the 1 hour. Let's see. Okay. But okay, I think I can't really find it. But what this one here, what the bearish, I'll just start it when it's downtrend. Okay, yeah. With the bearish, it's gonna be X to A. From X to A, where is this tool of mine? No. X to A, But okay, let me do the measurements for you so it makes sense. Let me not just throw it like this in a rush. Then we're going to have to take from high to low. From high to low, can you see this time here we're doing it the opposite way? So then we're going to be looking for the 50% level, which is going to be here. From the low to the 50%. And then from the 50%, we're going to need like a 38.2 of this retracement, which is going to have to be somewhere here, 38.2, somewhere here. Then after we get that, we're going to look for 88.6. This way, already when prices here has gave us this, already I can put my stop loss, sell limit here, which is going to be more like, so stop loss, and then take profit is going to be our, from here to here, and then be able to also dive a bit more deeper into here the 50%. You see? So this is how I'm going to be looking at it, which is going to confirm that from here all the way down, from here, yeah, can you see? Makes sense, né? So let's just look for a trade here so that you're able to also see it in action instead of me just saying it. So low, high, low. Okay, yeah, I would have waited. It wouldn't have activated me. Low, high, low, high, low. Okay, price started shooting downwards here. Obviously, if I can go to maybe lower time frames as well, might potentially find something more like that. But I think I'm seeing something here. Let's see. Price came here at this low, lower high, lower low. Price went above 50%. It also went above 61.8. So now this is a different one. This is what we call a Gatli pattern. So I am going to drop another video that actually shows and breaks down maybe the Gatli pattern. But this, it's actually a bit more different. So it's not valid for a bet. I'm not going to be using it. Or I can see a bad pattern here. Can you see? Yeah, I can already see it. Sometimes you see these things before they even, I can see a bad pattern here for a bullish. Okay, yeah, I think this should be a Gatli. Passenger. So I think because of the market is now, let me just look for, let me just say Euro. No, Euro USD is more like the same thing. Let me just say US. Let me just have GPJPY. Yeah, something that's, and then let me just search any random spot. Yeah, let's work it here. Okay. Already, I don't know. Here I can see here's a high. Can you see this high? This low. Okay, let's try to work with this. Can take it from my high to my low. Let me see if I'm gonna find that 50% level. Just see. Yeah, exactly to my low just at the week, so I don't make any mistakes. Here at the high, week. So I'm looking for a 50% perfect. Here's a 50%. Price didn't touch the 61, touch the 50. It did go up. It tried to get to the 61.8, but it didn't really get here. So we would have ever had a sell limit, didn't really activate us, and then it went down. It's okay, I understand. Let's look for another one. Price went down, up. Let's see here. Does this work for a bet? Okay, not really, because price went low here. Didn't really get to the 50%. So this one here wouldn't make sense. Let's see another one right here. See, we're just searching as we go, guys. I'm literally just searching them as we go, because I don't want to show you something that I already practiced and all that. No. I want you to see as I go, how do we scan for these things? Okay, this was more of an upward trend, so I don't think we'd find one on an upward trend. Here we started seeing some downward. Maybe here we can find one. This wouldn't be one. Maybe here, let's see. I think one should come out here. Yes, okay. Oh, it nearly got to the N3 here. Didn't really get there. Nearly got to N3. Go down once again. Down, up. Let's see here. Let's see here. I think this one here on the 1 hour. Let's see on the 1 hour. Yes, on the hour. This is what we're looking at on the 1 hour. So let me just come 1 hour bearish. This is how I actually saw this. Boom, sell coming down. I'm looking for a 50%. You see here, this is actually in action. This is actually a trade that I'm waiting for. So luckily I'm not even using like something that happened in the past. So here, 50% level. And at this 50% level, took from here to here. Boom, boom. 38.2, you can see it tested here. So it's fine. Then price is going back up. So now the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have to wait for the 88.6, which is going to be here. I'm going to have my sell here at this area. Stop loss just above, take profit. I can have it be at 50%, or I can just respect my methods, which is going to be like, let's say for instance, 60% is going to be here. Or I can respect my methods, is going to be here at the 50%, which is going to increase my risk reward is to 1:3 now. But this is just one of the ways whereby I'm going to be looking at this, obviously. But if you believe that this is value, if you believe that you would love to learn more, and especially without even paying a single cent, the one thing that you can do for yourself is in the link right below, there is, a link to our Telegram group in the description below. There is a link to our Telegram group whereby I share, if like, let's say for instance, I'm going to be seeing the trade playing out or whatever that I'm doing in the markets, documenting down my journey, I share it in there. So what you can do is you can just press the very first link, get yourself access to our Telegram group, and then be able to just learn as you grow. Because the most important thing about a trader is we are learning. And I hope this video of the bed pattern was able to show you a perspective on how we see the markets, but most importantly, able to help you have a systematic way to approach the markets. I believe that you are going to be adding value or finding value from this. The one thing that you can do is to like this video, subscribe as well to my YouTube channel, comment, let me know what exactly you liked about the bed pattern. I will see you in the next YouTube video. It is your boy Mothupi, and I thank you so much for watching.